Most people believe that when a dog licks you, it's just a simple act of love, a messy, warm, slightly awkward kiss that you laugh off and wipe away. But what if that moment means something far more complex? What if, all this time, you've been misunderstanding one of the most common behaviors your dog shows you every single day? The truth is, there are 7 real reasons why dogs lick their owners. And only one of them is actually about affection. The rest are deeper, more instinctive, and often completely overlooked. That realization changes everything. I used to think it was just a cute habit, something harmless and easy to ignore, until I started paying closer attention. The timing, the intensity, the context. It wasn't random at all. It was communication. After reading this, you won't see your dogs licking the same way again. So the next time it happens, don't rush to pull away or dismiss it. Pause. Observe. Because your dog might be saying something real, something important, in the only way they know how. One of the most overlooked reasons your dog licks you is that they are actually reading your emotional state. Your skin carries information your words often hide. Even when you don't feel it, your body releases tiny amounts of sweat filled with chemical signals, hormones like cortisol and adrenaline that shift depending on whether you're calm, stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed. While humans barely notice this, your dog can detect it instantly. Their sense of smell is so powerful that a single lick becomes a way to taste how you truly feel beneath the surface. There are days when I tell myself I'm fine, or when I act normal and go through the motions, but my dog is never fooled. Somehow, without a single word, they know. And more often than not, that's when they come closer and start licking. Quietly, consistently, almost like they're checking in. So the next time your dog licks you after a long or difficult day, don't push them away right away. Pause for a few seconds. Gently pet them back. And ask yourself one simple question. Am I actually okay? That small moment of awareness can turn a meaningless habit into a powerful emotional connection. Because in that exchange, your dog isn't just reacting to you, they're understanding you. Another reason your dog licks you has nothing to do with affection in the way we usually think about it. It's about identity and belonging. In the animal world, especially among pack-based species like wolves, there is something called a colony scent. It's a shared smell that defines who belongs to the group and who doesn't. This scent is constantly reinforced through physical contact, resting together, grooming, and yes, licking. When your dog licks your hands, your arms, or even your face, they are leaving behind traces of their own scent, subtly blending it with yours. To them, this is not random behavior. It's a biological way of saying, you are part of my pack. We often think that we are the ones who chose and raised our dogs, but in many ways, they have accepted us into their world just as deeply. Sometimes I can't help but feel that we believe we own our dogs, when in reality, they've already claimed us as family. So instead of feeling annoyed when your dog licks you frequently, try to see it differently. Allow more physical closeness. Spend intentional time touching, playing, and being present with them. These small actions reinforce that shared bond in a way words never could. Because to your dog, this isn't just interaction, it's confirmation that they truly belong and that you do too. Another powerful reason your dog licks you is rooted in an ancient instinct to care for and heal. For thousands of years, dogs have licked wounds, both their own and those of others in their group. Science has shown that dog saliva contains certain compounds like lysozyme, which has antibacterial properties, and proteins that may support tissue repair. While it's not a substitute for proper medical care, the behavior itself is not random. It's deeply wired. To your dog, licking is one of the only tools they have to respond when someone they care about is hurt. I remember the moment my dog focused intensely on a small scratch on my hand, gently but persistently licking it. That's when it hit me. They don't need to understand biology to want to help. The intention is already there, built into who they are. Of course, from a hygiene perspective, it's not a good idea to let your dog lick open or serious wounds. But the key is how you respond. Instead of reacting with frustration or pushing them away harshly, gently redirect their attention. Offer a toy, guide them away, or simply reassure them with calm touch. Because what matters most isn't just the action, it's the intention behind it. And in that moment, your dog isn't being gross or annoying. They're trying in the only way they know how, to take care of you. Another reason your dog licks you goes far beyond affection or habit. They are actively analyzing you. Dogs possess a specialized sensory system called the Jacobson's organ, located in the roof of their mouth. This organ allows them to process chemical information at a level completely different from ordinary smell. When your dog licks your skin and then pauses, sometimes seeming still or distant for a moment, they are not zoning out. They are processing. That single lick can carry layers of biological information about your body that we, as humans, have no direct way of perceiving. What's even more fascinating is their ability to detect subtle changes linked to illness. There have been documented cases of dogs repeatedly licking or focusing on a specific area of their owner's body, which later turned out to be a medical issue, even something as serious as a tumor. They are not guessing. They are sensing shifts in your body chemistry long before symptoms become obvious. And honestly, that's the unsettling part. It's not just that dogs understand us, it's that they may understand more than we ever realize. So if your dog starts licking one specific spot on your body repeatedly, don't ignore it. Pay attention to the pattern, not just the moment. One random lick means little, but repeated focused behavior can be a signal worth taking seriously. Getting it checked early could make a real difference. In a way, your dog can become a kind of living biological alert system, quietly observing, constantly reading, and sometimes noticing what you can't. The most important reason your dog licks you is this. It's not just a behavior, it's a form of language. Licking follows patterns. It has rhythm, direction, timing, and intention. It changes depending on context and, more importantly, depending on you. That means it's not random. It's communication. In many ways, every lick your dog gives you is part of an ongoing conversation, one that has been developing between the two of you over time. What makes this even more powerful is that not all licks mean the same thing. There is variation, almost like tone in human speech. A soft, gentle lick might be a way of asking for attention. Faster, more excited licking can signal stimulation or anticipation. Slow, repeated licking often has a calming, reassuring quality, either for you or for them. And these differences matter, because they show that your dog isn't just reacting, they're expressing. I truly believe every dog develops a unique language with their person. And the sad reality is, most of us have never taken the time to learn it. We feel it instinctively, but we don't consciously recognize it for what it is. So the next time your dog licks you, don't just wipe it away and move on. Pause and respond. Pet them. Talk to them. Acknowledge the moment. Because communication is not just about sending signals, it's about receiving and replying. When you start treating licking as a form of dialogue instead of a meaningless habit, everything changes. That small, everyday action becomes something deeper, a real exchange between two beings who don't share words, but still understand each other in ways that go far beyond them. Not every lick is about love. Sometimes it's about anxiety. One of the most common mistakes dog owners make is labeling every cute behavior as affection, when in reality, some of those behaviors are coping mechanisms. Licking can act as a form of self-soothing for dogs. It releases endorphins, helping them calm their nervous system when they feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or stressed. From the outside, it may look gentle or even affectionate. But internally, your dog could be trying to regulate their emotions. I've come to realize that one of the biggest misunderstandings we have as owners is assuming that cute always means happy. It doesn't. And when we miss that distinction, we miss what our dog is truly trying to tell us. That's why it's so important to look beyond the licking itself and observe your dog's full body language. Are they avoiding eye contact, yawning frequently, licking their lips in between? These are subtle stress signals that often go unnoticed. When combined with repetitive licking, they can point to anxiety rather than affection. If you notice these signs, the solution isn't to ignore it. It's to adjust the environment. Reduce overstimulation, create a calmer space, and maintain a consistent daily routine so your dog knows what to expect. Stability is one of the most powerful ways to help a dog feel safe. This is where the shift happens, from simply owning a dog to truly understanding one. The final reason your dog licks you goes all the way back to the very beginning of their life, before training, before habits, before anything you've taught them. When a puppy is born, one of the very first sensations they experience is being licked by their mother. That act isn't just for cleaning. It stimulates breathing, circulation, and most importantly, it creates a deep sense of safety and belonging. Long before a puppy understands the world, licking becomes associated with comfort, protection, and connection. And that imprint never truly disappears. So when your dog licks you as an adult, they are reaching into that earliest memory, the most instinctive layer of who they are. In a way, they are placing you into that role of safety, the one figure in their life that makes everything feel okay. And that realization is powerful, because it means their behavior isn't just learned, it's emotional, biological, and deeply personal. To me, this changes how I see every single interaction. When your dog licks you, they're not just being affectionate, they're trusting you at the deepest level they know. That's why the goal isn't to completely stop this behavior. Instead, choose the right moments to allow it. Create calm, intentional spaces where that connection can happen naturally, through touch, presence, and quiet bonding. Because in those small, often overlooked moments, you're not just interacting with your dog, you're building a level of trust that goes deeper than anything you could ever train. In the end, every single lick your dog gives you carries meaning. It's never just a random habit or a simple sign of affection. It's a message. Sometimes it's about love, yes, but more often it's about understanding, connection, communication, and trust. It's your dog reading you, responding to you, reaching out to you in the only language they truly have. And the more you begin to recognize that, the more your relationship starts to change. I've come to believe something simple but important. Your dog doesn't need a perfect owner. They don't need someone who always gets everything right. What they truly need is someone who is willing to listen, even when there are no words. Someone who pays attention, who notices the small things, who chooses to understand instead of dismiss. So the next time your dog licks you, don't wipe it away immediately. Don't brush it off like it's nothing. Pause for a moment. Stay present. And ask yourself a simple question. What are they trying to say? Because in that quiet, often overlooked moment, something real is happening. A connection is being offered. A message is being sent. And maybe, just maybe, it's the most honest thing anyone has said to you all day.